Hello and welcome to the 11th seal break initiation session, and I am channeling Jesus Christ for this session. So in our body we have several chakras, and each chakra is a portal, and when you work on each chakra and have worked through each chakra layers, you move into the next portal. So we are starting from the Starseed chakra portal. It is located beneath your feet. It is located beneath your feet. It is located at the bottom of your feet. When the Starseed chakra I'm talking about, which is located at the bottom of your feet, you are feeling a sensation around that position in your feet. And that sensation that you are experiencing at the bottom of your feet, that sensation is connected to the entire cosmos. Your Starseed chakra, which is located at the beneath of your feet, is connected to the entire cosmos. That is the one-dimensional reality. When you're seeing it from the cosmic realm, you would definitely see a flat kind of surface when you are considering Earth, because you are getting a rare view of the cosmos as a whole. So when you are operating from the Starseed chakra, which is located beneath your feet, you are in one-dimensional reality, where you feel like this is a flat earth, this is a flat structure of being, that is a flat essence of your being. And in that flat essence of your being, in the cosmic essence, you are just a little dot in the whole cosmos. After that, you reach 1.1D, which is Pleiades dimension. In 1.1D, you're like, I have a mission here, I have come here, I have a purpose here, I have a sense of being here. After the Pleiades dimension of 1.1D, in 1.2D, you reach the Lemurian frequency, where I have a purpose, I have a power. So with power comes responsibility, but in 1.1D, there isn't any fear, there hasn't been any interaction with any other heavenly being, because you've already separated from the higher realm, which is the higher heart. So you're already separated in the cosmos, you're one in the cosmos, and there is no sense of fear, and that has been put in the system for a purpose to go beyond and create beyond. So when you are even creating, some deep-seated creation is happening, you again go back to that dimension to experience that reality. So when you have experienced the 1.2D of Lemuria frequency, the Atlantis frequency opens when the Divine Mother intervention happens, and we've seen the Atlantis frequency happen around 2010-11 on human Earth. After the Atlantis frequency, the Syrian portal opens. Remembrance begins. Who am I? The quantum field understanding of the deep-seated understanding of the scientific modules starts to come in. The scientific mind starts to operate at a higher dimensional reality in the Syrian portal. So after the Syrian portal has opened, we are going upgrading. And Syrian portal, you can say, is the Gaia chakra of the Starseed realm. And after the Syrian portal has opened, you are entering the entering the Blu-ray. Okay, I am a Blu-ray being. You are starting to connect to aliens, believe in aliens, because believing in Krishna, not that cool, but believing in Krishna, aliens, oh my god, that is so cool. So after that dimension, we move up, and we are opening the Rocancrean Starseed frequency. You realize you're a crystal essence, flickering light, and your light, you're here, you create your reality, and oh my god, it is so beautiful. After the Rocancrean gateway of the Starseed chakra, of the one dimensional reality, the source consciousness portal opens where you're like, oh wow, I'm one with the source, I'm one with all that is, I am here. And welcome to two dimensional reality, which is your root chakra. And you're here, and you literally feel a sensation right now in your hip portion, and in that red essence of the cosmic essence, the cosmic blistering, all beautiful essence of golden shimmering color, and the beautiful cosmos vibration has now become reddened with a very Martian energy, which is the root chakra energy. And again, the root chakra has all the dimensions. So root chakra has a starseed dimension. So if you operate with root chakra and starseed dimension, oh, I would love to learn Reiki, but I'm not surely leaving my job. It's like a side hustle. Like, wow, I like it as a side hustle. Wow, God is inside my heart. God is there. That's great. There's still a lot of separation in that realm. And trust me, when I'm sharing this for the first time online, I have a course called QECAT, and I have kept this secretly in course because it's like a lot of information all at once being told out loud. So that is why these informations are not easily available out there on the internet, because these are like deep-seated informations. And today I was literally guided by Christ, and I was like literally, I got that push from within, like, you have to go there and speak. You have to go there and reveal this. And I was like, okay, I shall talk about QECAT. QECAT goes up to various dimensions. So now we have reached this dimension of 2.2D, where root chakra, sacral chakra has been touched, where creation of a commercialization art, creating with commercialization art, having the fear that, okay, you've just connected to the source consciousness, you do not know the essence of God yet. So there is also a lot of fear in this heaven that, okay, let's do something practical. Everything has to have a practical approach. Creativity also guarded with a lot of practical approach in that dimension. Then we move to 2.3D of the root chakra, which is the Gaia chakra of root chakra. When you reach there, you're like that, you're that one dreamer in that 3D reality. There's everything 3D around you. You're still awakening. You're in that unconscious conscious stage where you're slowly awakening. You do not know much about ascension. You're slowly awakening. And in that process of slow awakening, and in that process of slow thinking, and in that process of slow understanding, you suddenly evolve to a state of your being where you're like, oh my god, here I am. And I can have something beyond. There can be a reality beyond. But the reality beyond, in that stage, in that dimension, is more or less within. So a person in that stage will get very triggered with this kind of information. That is why the segregation happens, and that is why you get to hear what you're ready to hear. And so since you get to hear, you're ready to hear, in that process of your being, in that process of your state of being, when you're getting to hear what you are ready to hear, no matter even if you're present, you shall hear what you're ready to hear. And in that process of being in the Gaia chakra of root chakra, you move up to the solar plexus chakra, that, no, I have to do something here, I have to make a change here. So this is the first time you want to do something of your own. Some ideas are coming in, and some business ideas are coming in. If you're an entrepreneur watching this video, you'll be like really be able to relate to this. Is that phase of your life where you're like, starting to think like, let's do something, let's just do something. When I was in that let's do something, I went to Kasol and I was selling cookies on the road. And after this phase, you reach the heart chakra of your root chakra. Or maybe you're falling in love with what you're doing. Maybe you're falling with love with something. Maybe there is something that you really, really love, and you're falling in love with that gift of yours. And in the essence of that love, in the essence of that being, in your rooted essence of your being, in your heart chakra, you mesmerize in that flow, and you just flow in that concocted beauty of that reality where your just heart chakra has started to shimmer in, and your root chakra is grounding in the essence of your heart chakra energy. And in this moment, in this present moment, you're creating a reality beyond with the presence of your being that is happening now and here, and feeling the beauty profusing out of your way, and you're just infiltrating in their presence of your being wholeheartedly. And then you're moving up to your throat chakra of your 2.5D, and in that 2.6D you are opening in the energy of your throat chakra, which again has a division of primary and secondary throat chakra. In the beginning, before that, there is here the higher heart. And since you have tapped well into your heart's essence, as the higher heart's energy touches you, you start to feel the essence of God, you start to flow in the essence of God. And it is in this space, mantras, chants, and beautiful channeling flow in the course of your being, and your heart flows in the shimmering essence of its being, and you just flow and you flow and you mesmerize in the essence of your wholeness and goodness. And in that essence of that, the gateway opens to your root chakra, throat chakra, and in the secondary portal opening from your higher heart real, which is by the virtue of which the alignment you have here, the amount of trust you have here, the amount of trust you have in God, the amount of faith you have in God, the amount of love you have in God. It is by the virtue of your faith in God, your your secondary throat chakra gets the message. So if you're here, you might be hearing something beautiful, but you would be stuck upon, when will this happen in my reality? When will that happen in my reality? When will I get married? When will what happen? The answer is always when you connect to this energy inside with God. The closer you are to God, your magic can happen now. The closer you are to God, the magic can transcend it now. Whatever you want to get married, I can get married right now. I choose my marriage right now. You want to talk to your ex-boyfriend, I choose to talk to my ex-boyfriend right now. This is the connection with God. With as much as that deepens, your connection with the divine timing enhances. More your timing enhances, more your depth enhances, more your connection enhances with your higher heart, with God. The more you have the power, the resilience to speak, the more your connection with the conscience develops, the more you feel beauty in the essence of your being, the more your love emanates in the wholeness of your essence, the more you feel the magic supreme. And in that wholeness, in that magic, in that beauty, in that transcendental shift that you experience in your higher heart zone, in that essence, your throat speaks. The more you trust in God, the more you can hear the words of God. More you trust in God, more you hear things from the core of your heart. Because every moment, whatever you're seeking for, all the answers are being availed to you. Every question you're having every moment, every question you have right now, everything that I will say next will be answering that to you, inside of you. It is in the inner understanding you will find that essence of God. It is in the inner understanding of choosing, of acceptance and forgiveness and loving yourself, you will find the essence of God. And then you will be able to hear beyond and see beyond and feel beyond. Beyond all the anxiousness, beyond all the questions, beyond all the triggers. The answer lies within. You have all the answers inside of you. This journey is about healing the separation consciousness and going within and feeling the depth within and healing your essence within and going within and feeling that essence of your being in the oneness with all that is. And in the journey, as you circulate within, as you're strengthening within more and more, more and more, more and more, in that strength of your goodness, your anxiety dies. Anxiety is here, but anxiety goes away when you're choosing to love. You're choosing to trust the process. You know God is real. You're grounded in your root chakra, you're in your heart chakra of your root chakra at this point. There's nothing to fear. There's a lot of sense of groundedness, there's a sense of protectiveness, there's a sense of wholeness. And in that sense of wholeness, in that sense of protectiveness, there's still a lot of fear. There's a lot of anxiousness even still present. And the anxiousness that is still present and the anxiousness that is still there. That anxiousness is, will God abandon me? Will my father abandon me? No, your father will never abandon you. God never abandons. God is always ever present. God loves us. God is always waiting for us. We chose to leave heaven and go to the Starseed Chakra and travel a bit. We are choosing to be right now in the Root Chakra of the Heart Chakra and feel through this anxiousness that we are going through. The anxiousness that is there, present, is but from that fear. God will not abandon me, right? My wishes will come true, right? I'll get married to the guy I want, right? I'll get married to the girl I want, right? Will all my desires and wishes come true in God, right? Right? But this fear that is present, guess who can take away the fear? Only God. Nobody else. So, that's what we'll be doing right now. I'll be randomly going to a page and reading out whatever message is here. Indeed, you alone know yourself by your own internal potency, a supreme person, origin of all, God of all beings, God of all gods, Lord of the universe, the supreme God, Lord Krishna, can be known by persons who are in relationship with him through the discharge of devotional service like Arjuna and his followers. Persons of demonic or atheistic mentality cannot know Krishna. Mental speculation leads one away from the Supreme Lord in a serious sin, and one who does not know Krishna should not try to comment on Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita is a statement of Krishna, and since it is the science of Krishna, it should be understood from Krishna as Arjuna understood it. It should not be received from aesthetic persons. The Supreme Truth is realized in three aspects: as impersonal Brahman, localized in Paramatma, and at last as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So, at the last stage of understanding the Absolute Truth, one comes to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. A common man or even a liberated man who has realized impersonal Brahman or localized Paramatma may not understand God's personality. Such men, therefore, may endeavor to understand the Supreme Person from verses of Bhagavad Gita. which are being spoken by this person, Krishna. Sometimes the impersonalists accept Krishna as Bhagwan or they accept his authority. Yet many liberated persons cannot understand Krishna as Purushottam, the Supreme Person. Therefore, Arjuna addresses him as Purushottama. Yet one still may not understand that Krishna is the father of all living entities. Therefore, Arjuna addresses him as Bhuta Bhavana. And if one comes to know him as the father of all living entities, still one may not know him as the supreme controller. Therefore, he is addressed here as Bhutesha, the supreme controller of everyone. And even if one knows Krishna as the supreme controller of all living entities, still one may not know that he is the origin of all demigods. Therefore, he is addressed herein as the Deva Deva, the worshipful god of all demigods. And even if one knows him as the worshipful god of all demigods, one may not know that he is the supreme proprietor of everything. Therefore, he is addressed as Jagatpati. The truth about Krishna is established in this verse by the realization of Arjuna, and we should follow in the footsteps of Arjuna to understand Krishna as he is. Please tell me in detail of your divine opulence by which you pervade all these worlds. In the verse, it appears that Arjuna is already satisfied with his understanding of the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna. By Krishna's grace, Arjuna has personal experience, intelligence, knowledge, and whatever else person may have. And through these agencies, they understood Krishna to be the Supreme Personality of Godhead. For him, there is no doubt, yet he is asking Krishna to explain his all-pervading nature. People in general, and the impersonalists in particular, concern themselves mainly with the all-pervading nature of the Supreme. So Arjuna is asking Krishna how he exists in all-pervading aspect through his different energies. One should know that this is being asked by Arjuna on behalf of common people. O Krishna, O Supreme Mystic, how shall I constantly think of you, and how shall I know you? In what various forms are you to be remembered, O Supreme Personality of Godhead? As stated in the previous chapter, the Supreme Personality of Godhead is covered by his Yoga Maya. Only surrendered souls and devotees can see him. Now Arjuna is convinced that his friend Krishna is the Supreme Godhead, but he wants to know the general process by which all-pervading Lord can be understood by common man. Common men, including demons, aesthetics, cannot know Krishna because he is guarded by his Yoga Maya energy. Again, these questions are mainly by Arjuna for their benefit. The superior devotee is concerned not only for his own understanding, but for the understanding of all mankind. So Arjuna, out of his mercy, because he is Vaishnava, a devotee, is opening for the common man the understanding of the all-pervasiveness of the Supreme Lord. He addresses Krishna specifically as Yogin, because Sri Krishna is the master of Yogamaya energy by which he is covered and uncovered to the common man. The common man who has no love for Krishna cannot always think of Krishna. Therefore, he has to think materially. Arjuna is considering the mode of thinking of materialistic person of the world. The world's kesu, the word bhava means physical things, because materialists cannot understand Krishna spiritually. They are advised to concentrate the mind on the physical things and try to see how Krishna is manifested by physical representations. O Janardhana, please describe in detail the mystic power of your opulences. I am never satisfied in hearing about you, for the more I hear, the more I want to taste the nectar of your words. A similar statement was made to Sutta Goswami by the Riss of Nemsaranya, headed by Shaunaka. The statement is, one can never be satisfied even though one continuously hears the transcendental pastimes of Krishna, who is glorified by the excellent prayers. Those who have entered into a transcendental relationship with Krishna relish every step the descriptions of the pastimes of the Lord. Thus, Arjuna is interested in hearing about Krishna and specifically how he remains as the all pervading Supreme Lord. Now, as far as Amartam, nectar, is concerned, any narration or statement concerning Krishna is just like nectar, and this nectar can be perceived by practical experience. Modern stories, fiction, histories, and different from transcendental pastimes of Krishna of the Lord is that one will tire of hearing mundane stories, but one never tries hearing about Krishna. It is for this reason when that history of the whole universe is replete with reference to the pastimes of incarnation of the Godhead. The Puranas are the histories of bygone ages that relate to the pastimes of the various incarnations of Lord. In this way, reading matter remains forever fresh despite repeated readings. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, "Yes, I'll tell you my splendorous manifestation, but only of those which are prominent, O Arjuna, for my opulence is limitless." It is not possible to comprehend the greatness of Krishna and his opulences. The sense of individual soul are limited and do not permit him to understand the totality of Krishna's affairs. Still, the devotees try to understand Krishna, but not on the principle that they will be able to understand Krishna fully at any specific time or in any state of life. Rather, the very topics of Krishna are so relishable that they appear to devotees as nectar. Thus, the devotees enjoy them. In discussing Krishna's opulences and his diverse energies, the pure devotees take transcendental pleasure. Therefore, they want to hear and discuss them. Krishna knows that living entities do not understand the extent of his opulences. He therefore agrees to the state of only the principal manifestation of his different energies. The word principle is very important because we can understand only a few principal details of the Supreme Lord, for his features are unlimited. It is not possible to understand them all, and if Vibhuti, as used in the verse, refers to the opulences by which he controls the whole manifestations. In Amara Kosha dictionary, it is stated that Vibhuti indicates an exceptional opulence. The impersonalist of pantheist cannot understand the exceptional opulence of the Supreme Lord, not the manifestation of his divine energies. Both in the material world and in the spiritual world, his energies are distributed in every variety of manifestation. Now, Krishna is describing what can be directly perceived by common man. The spark of his variegated energy is described in this way. I am the super soul, O Arjuna, seated in the hearts of living entities. I am the beginning, the middle, the end of all things. In the verse, Arjuna addresses as Godakesha, which means one who has conquered the darkness of sleep. For those who are sleeping in the darkness of ignorance, it is not possible to understand how Supreme Personality of Godhead manifests himself in various ways in material and spiritual worlds. Thus, this addresses by Krishna to Arjuna is significant because Arjuna is above such darkness. The personality of Godhead agrees to describe his various opulences. Krishna informs Arjuna that he is the soul of the entire cosmic manifestation by the dint of his primary expansion. Before the material creation of the Supreme Lord, his planetary expansion accepts Purusha incarnation. From him, everything begins. Therefore, he is Atma, the soul of Mahatattva, the universal elements. The total material energy is not the cause of creation. Actually, Mahavishnu enters into Mahatattva, the total material energy. He is the soul. When Mahavishnu enters into the manifested universe, he again manifests himself as a super soul in each and every entity. We have experienced that the personal body of the living entity exists due to the presence of the spiritual spark. Without the existence of spiritual spark, the body cannot develop. Similarly, material manifestation cannot develop unless the Supreme Soul Krishna enters. As stated, the Supreme Personality of Godhead is existing as a super soul in all manifested universes. The three Purusha avatars are described in Srimad Bhagavatam. They are described in the Satavatantra. The Supreme Personality of Godhead manifests three features as Karano, the Kasavi Vishnu, Gandharbo the Kasavi Vishnu, and Shridodakshayavai Vishnu in the material manifestation. The Mahavishnu is the Brahma Samhita. The Supreme Lord Krishna, the cause of all causes, lies down in the cosmic ocean as Mahavishnu. Therefore, personality of Godhead is the beginning of universe, the maintainer of universal manifestation and end of all energy. Of Adityas, I am Vishnu. Of lights, I am the radiant of the sun. Of Maruts, I am Marki. And among stars, I am the moon. The 12 Adityas of Krishna is the principal. Among the luminaries shining in the sky, sun is the chief, and in Brahma Samhita, the sun is accepted as the glowing eye of the Supreme Lord. There are 50 varieties of wind blowing in the space, and these winds are the controlling deity of Mariki, represents Krishna. Among the stars, the moon prominent at night, and thus the moon represents Krishna. It appears in the verse that the moon is one of the stars, and therefore the stars that twinkle in the sky also reflect the light of the sun, and therefore there are many suns within the universe and is not accepted by Vedic literature. The sun is one, and as reflection of the sun, the moon illuminates, and so also the stars, since Bhagavad Gita indicates herein the moon is one with the stars. The twinkling stars are not the suns but similar to the moon. So with this, having to come to the heart chakra, your heart chakra of the root chakra is now in a state of trust. And now your portal of the throat chakra has absolutely opened with the sense of trust. And the Krishna chakra of your root chakra, which is located here, is opening. And as the Krishna chakra opens, there's a sense of strength and confidence that is coming in your nose area. And now the third eye of your root chakra is opening, and you can see beyond here in this moment. And as you see beyond here in this moment, your crown is now opening. And in that essence of that, you're coming in your soul start chakra essence, and you're just feeling the essence of your wholeness in your being. And in that stage, you're going to the angelic realm and feeling that essence of angels happening in this very reality. And thereby opens the celestial kingdom gateway, and you're moving into the garden of beauty. And in that essence of your being, you're moving past in the shimmering light, and you're seeing as if a new portal is opening, which is radiant, which is orangey, which is pinkish, and is brightening and is flowing. And here opens another dimension, which is the Sacral Chakra, which you're entering. And Sacral Chakra, we know, is where creativity retains, and whatever judgments that you have stored in the sacral chakra, having to cascade that out, we move into the cosmic essence of the sacral chakra, which is again the 3.1D, which is going back. Actually, it is 4.1D because we also have Gaia chakra. But having to consider this as the Gaia chakra of the sacral chakra, where we are, all the shrinking that is there, having to let them go, those just move away. In the essence of that, the sparkling essence opens. And with the sparkling burst that happens, the burst proffuses out, and the feeling of wholeness is being entailed inside of you. And with the bursting flickers happening now, your Gaia chakra or your navel chakra is right now feeling healed, and all the three bodies chakras of yours are feeling comparatively healed. And now we move into your sacral chakra dimension, wherein the creative essence, where it has filled in the wholeness and is feeling the magic of the Starseed realm. It's moving into 2.1D, where it is rooting in its essence and bringing its creativity to create something beyond, discarding the fear of separation. Now, having to move into 2.3D and having to feel that essence of your being, having to feel oneness with the essence of your being, having to be present in the essence of your creative sensations. You're holding yourself tight and loving yourself wholly. You're holding yourself tight and profusely loving yourself in the oneness of your being. And as you continue to love yourself, as you continue to be there in that space, beyond judgment, you enter the sacral chakra of the Gaia chakra. In the creative essence, the creative realm that you're welcoming yourself into, the beautiful garden that you're welcoming yourself into, it's just beautiful, where there's animals and humans all playing together beyond hierarchy, and there's a lot of fun present and happening there now. And it somewhere looks like this, you can say. And in this fun, glorious state of your being, you feel that essence, you feel the wholeness of your beautiful being, and welcome him to your reality now, and embrace God in the presence of your being. And in that essence of wholeness, that it somewhere looks like that, where you have filled in the oneness with the Gaia chakra, and you are unified in your presence of being. As you move to the solar plexus of the sacral chakra, and now to the heart chakra, the melancholic twists of the pangs, the queer pangs restored from the breakup, and the heartache coming back all at once, having to let them go and relinquishing in the pain that they have blistered, having to let them go and go away, and profusely moving that energy, upstreaming it through the higher heart, and flowing to take the leap of faith in the pleasures of the Supreme. The leap of faith is restored as now you open your secondary throat chakra, and it is again in the essence of your relationship with the higher heart. It is again with how much you worked on your heart chambers, how much pain is still intact. You can only go up. Because if there is pain still restored in your heart, having to go there, just go deep inside your heart. Any pain coming up from past heartbreak, poverty, lack consciousness, frustration, why isn't changes showing up? Why isn't your manifestation showing up? Anything coming from that pain, just feel that pain, sit with that pain for a while. There is a voice which is asking, it's all going to fall in place, right? It's all going to fall in place, right? Go within and hug that part of you. And you're not being able to assure that part of you because you are that voice asking, it's going to fall in place, right? It's going to fall in place, right? So having to go deeper within and loving yourself in that anxiousness, accepting it as you love yourself, as you go deeper within, you can now assure yourself it's all falling in place, it's all falling in place, it's all falling in place. And having to do that, there is a deeper seated layer where you're like, I should be able to take the leap of faith, right? God won't abandon me, right? So this is the pain which is still stored in your system from past situations were related to your parents. So maybe you have narcissistic parents or something, and that authority figure in your life, the immediate authority figure, has been confusing you or has been too controlling of you, and that might have caused a lot of anxiousness. I won't be abandoned, right? It's okay to take the leap of faith, right? So this deep rooted pain that is there, where you're wondering, is it okay to take the leap of faith? We're going there within right now. It is okay to take the leap of faith. You are protected. Having to know that the part feels a bit better. You're accepting there's a pain. So as you accept it and you love yourself in that pain is being loved. It gives birth to another deeper layer. I won't fail, right? God did not bring you so far away so that you would fail. My potency would not get wasted, right? God wouldn't give you the potency inside of you if it had to get wasted. I'll be heard, seen, and my words will be read. My talent will be seen, whether you're a singer, dancer, whatever. Whatever you are, or whether you're a reader, or whether you're a healer, whether you're an entrepreneur, no matter what you are, or you're all of it, you will shine in the glory of your being. There is really enough for all in the heaven. Yes, there is more than enough for all. There's endless abundance, magical endless abundance. You touch something, it replaces and rejuvenates itself and makes up for it. Like you pluck a fruit, again another fruit will be there in that plant. So I can trust the process, right? Yes, you should trust the process. And you can trust the process, you're protected. So having to reach this inner core essence of the collective consciousness, there is a little deep-seated fear yet to take that leap of faith for that eagle to fly from your realm. So now the eagle is readying itself to just pick you up and rise you up. And as the eagle is preparing itself to do that, or rather you are preparing yourself to allow the eagle to pick you up, the eagle is asking you for once, are you ready? Like, I'm ready, but I'm not going to fall, right? I'm just anxious. It's all fine, right? It's all fine. Now, there you go. There you take the leap of faith, and this is the time for your bungee jumping, and you have been pushed, and you are here. You go, you're flying, flying, flying. You have been raised above, and your vibrational frequency have been raised higher up, and here you are in the third eye chakra opening up, and you just took the leap of faith. That was easy. You just took the leap of faith, and now you're like, wow. There's something beyond now. There's something new coming in. This energy is beautiful. This energy is amazing. This heat is amazing. I think I just reached the solar plexus chakra after the heart chakra, after the sacral chakra. And now in the solar plexus zone, fearlessly, you're entering the heart chamber from the solar plexus chakra. You've opened the heaven of solar plexus. Now you're opening the heart chakra. And having to now reach the heart chakra zone, any past hurt, any pain, any memory that is coming up in a flash right now, like, oh my god, I've come really a long way. I've been through such a hard time in my life. It's been such a roller coaster ride. And this is where you're finally reaching a point where you can feel that point which where you were all this while loving yourself. You meet yourself like, oh my god, this is me. Okay, let's just hug myself and love myself a little. So you're resting here and loving yourself, hugging yourself. And as you love yourself, hug yourself, oh my god, you feel good. And now that you feel good, you're feeling like, oh my god, I can finally breathe. I can finally feel so much of hopefulness. You're reaching the higher heart zone now, which is this. You're coming to the higher heart chakra zone. Like, oh my god, I'm home. After this separation consciousness, it just feels so good to be home. It's so good to be back home. Wow, I am home. But then you're like, but I am home with a lot of pain. What do I do? So you voice your pain, you move to your throat chakra, you tell, like, you feel the pain, you talk about the pain, you just release the pain, talk about it, release it, just speak out that, okay, you exist, I feel you, I acknowledge you, I know you're existing. Now that I'm giving you your existence and acceptance, I know you are very real, and knowing it, now I'm letting you go. Now you're finally free from it, and this time it was easier to release that all deep-seated pain of separation. And with that, your blue-nosed energy is once again activating, and you're feeling a comparative sense of wholeness. And before that, your Christ consciousness, which is the zone activation, is aligning in your body. Your third eye is also now opening, and you can feel the energy, you're feeling the presence. The crown chakra's essence is opening. Now your soul start chakra is opening. The angelic realm chakra is opening. The celestial kingdom is opening. And the magical gateway to the Garden of Eden is opening. And as everything on the outside has opened and on the inside has opened, anywhere you're storing yourself in your heart, you're coming out of your shell and you're walking in to the new earth reality now. And you're embracing Christ now. And you're allowing Christ to love you and hug you. And as Christ loves you and hugs you, all the pain, everything that is there in you, just intensify it out. And God is loving you now. God's love will wipe away all the pain that you're just protruding out. So all the pain that is protruding out of your body, in that pain, allow Christ to hug you. more protruding out. The deeper you're going, the deeper you're allowing Christ to come in. As Christ loves you, a deeper layer of the pain is oozing itself out. Now, all of you who have experienced separation consciousness from breakup, or some desire not being met, or some deep-seated wish that you've had, which because is not fulfilling, you have some pain. Accept whatever that is. Now, upon accepting it, allow God in. So wherever you're not hearing yourself, wherever you're not hearing your desire, wherever you're not hearing your wishes, that with clarity is prominent to you at this point of time. You can hear your wish out loud now. So whatever wish you're hearing out loud right now, before that wish to come true, acknowledge yourself first. Know that it is true. Know that you deserve it. Know that you are it. So it is. Thus it shall be. Amen. Thank you and love and light to you. Namaste. So today I opened 11 layers of yours. So what are the 11 layers? Let's just tell you. Actually more than 11 layers I have touched. So first is Starseed Chakra, which is one-dimensional reality. Sacral Chakra. Root Chakra. Sacral Chakra. Gaia Chakra or Navel Chakra. Solar Plexus Chakra. Heart Chakra. Higher Heart Chakra. You are connected to God, and this is where you experience separation consciousness. This two portion get detached in separation consciousness. Then we talked about primary throat chakra opening, secondary throat chakra opening, Krishna chakra, the nose key chakra, the key, third eye, crown chakra, soul start chakra, related to your life purpose. Then actually we've crossed way more than 12 today. Actually I have over 50 channeled, and that is available in my course, which is Quantum Entanglement Consciousness Alignment Therapy, which is given in the description box below. And then we touched the angelic realm, then the celestial heaven. So we've touched over 16 chakras, 16 seals, which is 6 plus 1, 7 seals. So it's our Christ, you see. Christ is doing it. So 7 seals we've touched today. Wow. Thank you, love and light to you all. Namaste. I really don't have much to say. The energies speak louder than what I have to say. So thank you, love and light to you all. Namaste. Have a great day.